Hello, hello. In our last stream, we got to Shadowbringers. And today we're playing Shadowbringers. Funny how that works out, isn't it? But hello, eyes. How are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. But yes, let us continue Shadowbringers. In the last episode, we met a guy who is like partially crystallized or something or other. And he may or may not betray us. We'll find out. I'm so used to people in this game betraying us that already he's 50% suspect. But we'll see, we'll see. Hopefully he's a cool guy. But the track record for this game isn't so good. Hello, Ren. You'll be listening while at work, and you hope I enjoy Shadowbringers? Thank you. I hope work goes well for you, Ren. And hello to you too, Asu. Thank you for hosting. Let's see. Let's give Asu a shout out as well. I hope I'm typing that right. There we go. And hello, Faldania. Welcome back aboard for 16 months now. That is a very long time. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I hope it's been fun, and I hope that you're not swamped with work today. And Eyes, thank you for hosting as well. Thank you. Okay. Let us begin the adventure, although technically we've already taken our first steps. We haven't come very far. But yes. A new town to explore. I am excited. And I hope this is the right way. We'll find out, I guess. I kind of forgot his directions. Thank you very much, Asu. I hope that Endwalker goes really well for you too, and you're enjoying it so far. Hello. Oh, cutscene already. Oh, hello, pleb. You're gonna sleep to the stream? Okay. And then I hope that you will sleep well, and thank you for coming by. I hope that it will be nice and comforting for you. It's a very lovely city. New to the city, friend? The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Why, yes. I'm in the Crystarium already, so I won't get lost there. You did get lost on the way? Oh no! Oh no. Well, I'm glad you found it eventually. I'm very excited for Shadowbringers. Welcome, my name is Bragi, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another, official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a wide range of equipment, so we should have something in your size. Forgive my asking, but you are a dwarf, yes? You don't know what a Lalafell is? Hello, Martin. Indeed, long time no see. It's not like I didn't talk to you like 5 minutes ago. But hello, Martin. We don't get many of your lot coming down from the mountain these days. They've never seen a Lalafell? Sorry, did you say dwarf? I don't know which of these is less rude. Okay, let's go with the first one. What's a dwarf? Aye? Something wrong? I guess he's just gonna brush that off either way. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in the front of us? The shorter one is a Hume. And the taller one is an elf. An elf? An elf in a Final Fantasy game? Wow. The sturdy individual over there is a Galjan, whilst the one with the horns is a Drawn. I guess they just have different names for the same races here. And then you have the large scaly chaps with the long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. Pleased to meet ya. Slime Ponder. which is apparently not what you call them. Do the dwarves have different names for all the peoples of the world? Or did you pick up the common tongue in some other far-flung region? Well, see, I'm from, Source, I guess? Ah, the same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. His reactions are different, because you're a Hrothgar. So when he met you, he was like, good to see a fellow Ronzo. I see. That makes sense. It's a pretty cool attention to detail how they have different names in the different worlds. I'm very excited because one thing that I felt was lacking from Stormblood was like fantasy setting and stuff. I mean, it had a bit, but just not a ton. So I'm very excited by how much is here. It's definitely one thing that I missed a lot. Already in like less than an hour in Shadowbringers, there's all this cool fantasy stuff going on. Fetch quest with politics. I liked it a bit more than that, but I can definitely feel where you're coming from there. There were a lot of big political, generic military bits. Good bits mixed in too, but not didn't live up to Heaven's Word, in my opinion. We had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. Did I read the first line? I forget if I read it in my head or out loud. 50% watching people say nothing? Well, hey, at least used like 3 limit breaks. That's something. You're exaggerating. I know, it's fine. It's fine. But hey, this is already very promising, and I'm very excited. You don't get much further flung than that. Okay, there, I read that out of order, but it's fine, it's fine. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Bragi has taught you about the peoples of the First. Wow. Wow. Okay. Can't use mounts. I guess it's like a full-on city, like Gridania or something, not like Idleshire. Okay. You know what? I should probably be attuning to these Aetherytes. Why am I not? It's been so long since I've had to. Okay. Oh, those trees are very beautiful. Wow. Hold on, I want to see what the everlasting light. I had to see what the weather was called. That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, not for the people who live here, who have to deal with the everlasting light. But in terms of fantasy setting, it is very cool. Ooh. Some lovely indoor plants here too. Hello there. That's something to attune to? No. But maybe we'll be coming back there in a bit, so... wait, did I... Eh? Where's the Aetheryte here? Is it in this store? Nope. Eh? Maybe it's below us? Well, it's fine. I'll explore more a bit later. For now, I'm very excited to see where the story goes. Attuned. Okay, the Cabinet of Curiosity. Oh, I love libraries. This is so cool. How high up does it go? Oh wow, way higher than I thought. I'm loving this already. Hello. It's too bad that globe is empty. I love globes too. Or at least it looks empty. Maybe that's just the part of the world that was eaten up by the light or whatever. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic rules, you see, and, well... Slime nod. What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? Aw, this guy would be a friend of mine in real life. Unfortunately, I'm not a scholar right now, but I do have a few scholarly books with me. Slime Ponder. My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all matter of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. Best of luck to you, sir. That is an important task. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? I am just looking around. Oh ho, so you've an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives, I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for you. I'm sorry, I'm a Lalafell or dwarf, not a child. But yeah, I kind of want to see your picture book anyway. Even better if it's a cool cutscene. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself come more comfortable? On with the lesson then. Okay. Aw, you look so excited. Slime nod. The slime is excited as well. Oh, nice. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light. Warriors? I see. I mean, villains. Of course they're warriors. Excuse me. Slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. So this is going to be the opposite of the normal Final Fantasy formula, so I'm very interested to see where they go with this. But first, some water. Okay. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the realm as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. And if it wasn't obvious by now, I'm like 99% sure that star is another name for planet here, or planet-ish thing. The way they set up light and darkness is pretty clever and interesting, Ice. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Aptly named. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. It's too bad they don't have any of the original globes left behind. Oh. What do we got here? Yet just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she slay the flood. Thus was Norvant, and Norvant alone, spared the fate of erasure. Why, thank you. Oh, those are some interesting looking angel things. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the emptiness descended horror, of strange and terrible aspect, to bedevil the few folk who survived. These Sin Eaters, which is a really cool name, and cool design too, I should say, were light incarnate, and their effulgent presence stole the night from Norvan's sky. The one on the left is especially interesting design, I think. Well, the big one to the left, I see there's like thousands of tiny ones to the left too. That one on the right looks kind of like a lion. The one in the middle looks kind of like that one boss from... what dungeon was it? It's one of the old expert roulette dungeons. But I can't remember what it was called. Was it Amnapur Hard or something? Maybe not. It's been a while. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. I guess they're going to be the bosses that I kill in this game at some point. Or at least I'll kill some of them, maybe? Because I'm apparently the Shadowbringer. Maybe. But thank you for telling me the tale. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. I see we are going to quick become friends. Hello, Zach. Thank you very much for the raid. How did your stream go? I hope it was good. I saw you doing some art earlier. And hello, Taku Bell. Welcome to the channel. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome, welcome. Your stream went well? That's great. We're just playing more Final Fantasy as usual. Getting caught up. Although, I'm really enjoying, this expansion so far. Yes, words. Yes. You're working on that fake VTuber model you were talking about earlier. Well, I hope it's going well. Well, I guess you said it's going well, but yes, the usual Final Fantasy, at least for the next month or so. After that, I'll branch out a bit more again. But for now, I'm very much enjoying this story here, and I want to get caught up. Your exchange with Moral has taught you about the Flood of Light. Okay. You know, we better attune to these little aetheryte things. Seems gravity still works here. That's good to know. Okay. We passed this one, though. I wonder if it's on the first floor. Let me take a quick detour here. This appears to be flooded. Never mind. Don't want to go down there. Maybe it's just on the other side of this door? Actually, while you were streaming, your new desk arrived, so you're gonna put me on speaker and build it now? Oh, nice. I'm glad that your new desk came. I hope it will be as good as you hoped for. And that's fine. I hope you have a good lurk then. And thank you again for the raid. Okay. How do I get there? I think they said it was up the stairs. So I guess I came all the way here for naught. But that's okay. Still enjoying the music here and the scenery. You think it's probably up top the map has some multi-level issues? I was just thinking that, Ice. There's a bit of stream delay, so... Yes. Whoa. It really does seem to be based on Crystal Tower. But let's turn back for the moment, because I think we want to go in here. Does this gate open? No. How about over here? I wonder what this place is like in the daytime, because it's already pretty bad at night. I mean, bright at night, excuse me. Oh. Let me look over there. Oh, yeah, there's the aetheryte. That may be a town exit, though. But let's grab that while I'm here. Oh, they're wearing the high Oligan healer gear. That's so nostalgic. One day I need to get that, again. I never did get it back in second coil because my luck was poor, but I got it in final coil. I went back and farmed it until I got it. But it's a very nostalgic healer gear piece for me. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. Hello. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. I sure am. You haven't seen a slime like me around, have you? And I see an Allagan drone in the background there. And that nice spinning globe-ish thing. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking. So it's a sight safer in here than it is out there. Safe and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit. Excuse me, I need some water real quick. Okay. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. I see. So you're like the old kettle forge. Maybe Relic is here? Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate, like those Morin layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Don't worry, I can work. I'll pull my weight. I'll save your entire realm, maybe, hopefully, unless this has a bad ending. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor. You don't have a whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? I'm from Gridania-ish. One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. Yeah, he's totally my friend and totally not gonna betray me like half the people I meet in this game. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. Did he summon it from another shard or whatever they're called? It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. I'm glad he saved everyone, though. Maybe he actually is a nice guy. I guess we'll find out. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. And it's quite a nice metropolis at that. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. I guess you might say he got crystallized or something. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. Hopefully he's not like the guy who cloned himself and is an Asian or something, although I wouldn't put it past this game. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. Thanks. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you've aught to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. I will happily come back a bit later. Just ask for Catless, and I'll find you a niche here in the crystalline mine. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Okay. Your exchange with Catless has taught you about the life of the Crystarium. Okay, tutorial complete. Let me head over there and attune. Where is the Chocobo Porter? Or probably it's a Falcon Porter. Maybe it's up a level. If it's not, we can always jump off again. Probably. Let's see, where are you? This seems right. And good, there's an Ethernet chart here too. Perfect. At the very least, coming here was not a waste. We should be able to warp back in a second. And there you are. Hello, aged Amaro tamer. I guess Amaro is what they call that thing. Oh, that's cool. Looking to procure yourself an Amaro? Then I reckon you'll come to the right place. You've come. 1 second if you would. And there we have it. I've added you to our register. Pray come back when you're in need of a mount. Okay, you know, as much as I love chocobos, this thing is pretty cool too, I gotta say. It's like a chocobo dragon thing. Very cool. Maybe Griffinish? Okay. You know, maybe we can just jump off here. Can we? Huh. Huh. Okay. Who needs stairs? Who needs legs? Okay. This city is a lot larger than I was expecting. I guess it's one of those newer big maps. That makes sense, actually. But I think it's really cool. Oh, and we're right in front here. Hello, friend. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? It's weird that they didn't have us go to the other side that much. But maybe a future quest will take us there. If not, I will attune on my own soon. We actually got, like, checklist? Okay. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted the details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. Eh? Did he clone it? By the way, let me know if sound levels need adjusting or anything. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Interesting. I guess it's from our world, but he can also do time traveling things. Interesting. Travelers of Norvant. The Crystal Exarch is finally ready to discuss the matter of your comrade's whereabouts. You've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. The tower gate lies open then? Yeah, what happened to Garhatia? I probably should have asked that. Well, yes, of course. It can be opened and closed just like any other. Does that seem strange to you? I know not how the tower functioned in your time, but I assure you there is no danger of us being locked inside. Maybe like at the end of Shadowbringers is when the Crystal Tower will vanish from our realm and appear here or something, or... No, because we would still be visiting it, maybe it's not until our distant future or something after servers have closed down or whatever. Okay. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to the new quest accept sound, but that's okay. Alright, well let's head right in then. There are a lot of people here. I guess there's a big cutscene here at some point in the game. And that's not surprising considering it's the entire Crystal Tower. Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within. Okay, let's go. Am I actually going to be able to explore it, or is it just going to be all in cutscenes? Oh, okay, well, that explains that. This looks kind of like the room we were summoned to before, a little bit. The Kingdom Hearts room. A little bit. Hello.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard.
Nice.
I would like to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
I'm sure they'd probably be understanding, but okay. They'll probably learn by the end of this expansion, though. I'm gonna guess that right now. Okay, Slime Nod.
I'm sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions.
Yes.
To put it simply, they are here in the first.
That's good, but they're probably... Your aim may have been off with them more than your aim was with me. That's my guess, anyway.
Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source.
Ah, I see. So basically, even though the battle back home is looming, we can spend as much time here as we want and return back to our world at convenient timing for the rest of the war. Possibly.
In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted.
Interesting. So whatever's convenient.
That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
That's a long time.
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year.
Wow. Plot-wise, they just vanished, like, super recently, too. A matter of days or hours. Slime Ponder.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
Not least, though. She got left out, I noticed that.
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch.
What ramifications does that have? And does that mean that he took my entire body? I don't have to worry about my body back in my world?
Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
But hopefully I can solve that problem for them and help them get back to their world. In due time, anyway. Then find a way to send them back. What have they been doing all this time? Well, I'm more curious about that. Something tells me I'll be the one to find a way to send them back, so it's fine. I don't have to be mad at him or anything.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
Oh, do tell.
In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass.
Unless I prevent it?
In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source.
Well, that would get their souls back.
Brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
That would be an unfortunate side effect, though. We don't want that.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
That's okay. I get rezzed all the time.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours.
I'm gonna guess it has to do with killing those ultra bosses they showed in that cutscene earlier.
Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction.
Aw, that's pretty wholesome.
Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Ah, called it. Okay, let's do that then.
Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events.
Yeah, I'm sure you totally won't backstab me or betray me in some way in the future. Like half the NPCs I've run into in this game.
And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips.
That's fair enough.
I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home.
You're being very nice about this, thank you.
What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Sure. What's the worst that could happen? For the moment, but I'll see you keep that promise for want of a better choice. All of these are kind of rude, but you know, given how much our poor Warrior of Light has been betrayed over the years, I can see why he's a little reluctant to give trust. I'll see you keep that promise.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
I hope you're right about that.
Settled? We shall have to see about getting you ready for the road.
Maybe they're faking us out. Maybe he actually will be a really cool guy that we can totally trust 100%.
Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Okay. Are you going to show me the other half of the city? I do love the floor there. I like the astral patterns and everything. It's very cool. Even if that particular design is a little bit Kingdom Hearts-ish, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. Hello, friend. The Crystarium, excuse me, boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants. I guess that's the inn name? Which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. Wait, I thought the cat lady was already the markets, but I guess not. I guess these are different. Maybe these are like player markets. Okay. You know what? I should look around and not at my map. We can see lovely sights such as this. Okay. This is actually a very lovely building. Wonderful tree color. I've seen a tree like this before in real life. It's very lovely. I think it's called a jacaranda? It's been a while since I've seen one though. These markets are a lot larger than I was expecting. It's very impressive. I see they all have their like own little cubbies.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
Nice. Please give me in-game gear. I don't know how much time I have to Tome Farm.
Yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not, the gil you carry will serve you well enough.
How convenient.
Each nation once minted its own coins, coins, but was all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal.
So, like Allegan coins work too, huh?
As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice.
All very convenient.
From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter.
Very convenient. No inflation or anything to worry about?
Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Oh yeah? What you got? Oh, those. Yes. I remember those. A lot of time was spent farming those. I love that look on his face.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world.
I'm not that sad about the tomes carrying over. I love that reaction though.
Avan Kerm Sin?
What language is that?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Hello there, fairy? I guess you're the beast tribe of this world.
My
Pleased to meet ya.
Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm.
Hi. Pleased to meet you.
And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
I see. So you're employing a fairy to ferry things for us. Gotcha. It is almost as tall as I am.
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift?
Oh hey, you know about that?
How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
Yes. It could be worse. He neglected to bring Rowena over. That's good. There might be an equivalent though. But you're right about that, Eyes. Hopefully the Rowena equivalent here is a bit nicer.
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
A pact, you say?
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yes? Should they not have? What did you do to my friends? Slime nod.
Just as I thought. Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass.
That's cool, but that is concerning. What happened to my friends? Who lost teeth?
From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Cool?
Raise your hand.
Okay. Slime nod? Hesitant hand raise. I'm sure this is completely safe. What are we doing again?
'Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling.
I know I'm still a sapling, but come on, I'm trying to get caught up in story.
Come then, make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Oh, so you can actually come with me. Interesting.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Okay. Didn't you say I could go back myself, though? I will always be her sapling. I guess so. Her claws are a bit concerning, but that's fine. As long as she doesn't go, hey, listen and such, Send a message to Tataru or to Kryl. Oh, that's a tough one. Well, Tataru is an older friend. I will have to favor her, I guess. But it's kind of mean that they make us choose.
Consider it done.
Okay. But bye. I hope this doesn't have any horrible lasting repercussions.
That was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
So I've seen.
Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Why, thank you. Slime nod, but first I have to attune to everything. And I do mean everything. Unless you're gonna teleport me there. Probably, since this is tutorial, you're gonna have me walk though. As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivery moogles, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Nice. Well, even if this is slightly plot convenient, it is very nice from a playing standpoint. Yes, I am not going to complain one bit. Alright, attuned. And of course you are by the last aetheryte. Perfect. The layout of this town seems pretty good so far. I'm liking it. And it's very beautiful here, as I've said like countless times, because it really is very beautiful. But I kind of want to see what the rest of the world looks like too. You have attuned yourself to all aetheryte shards in the Crystarium. Lakeland is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. Is that the area I came from, I wonder? Probably. Oh. This seems less like an inn and more like an apartment structure. Very cool though. It has some really pretty zones. I'm looking forward to it. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest, and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Roku. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Well, I'm gonna have some wonderful dreams about this place, and probably there are a couple nightmares here too. Probably a lot of nightmares from the looks of it. Excuse me, cannot talk. The Sin Eaters are definitely nightmare fuel. A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Do I have to? I guess I do. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh. Music is already winning me over. It's just like back home. Wow, there's even complimentary breakfast, or lunch, or dinner. It's hard to keep track of what time of day it is with the sun always out. Or the light always out, as it were. Ah yes, what a beautiful night sky. I guess my character is less than thrilled though. You? Hi, Warrior of Darkness, question mark? Is it actually him? It is! Hey!
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
Yes, I've come to save your homeland. That's a lot of blood on your axe. The Warrior of Darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yeah, I can see you too. How's it going?
Gods, how long has it been?
Wait a minute. if time passes differently and the last time I saw you was before Stormblood, how many years have you been stuck here?
That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source, a daft one, looking back.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured your name wasn't literally the Warrior of Darkness.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
So it's been 100 years since then. You look pretty good for 100 years old. I hope I look that good at 100. Probably wouldn't grow out the beard though,
We
personally.
thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their god's damned ardor.
Of course, I have nothing against you guys if you like beards or anything. They're just personally not my taste.
I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
Yes, she basically sacrificed herself, but maybe she's still here in some form.
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
Aww. But we can set things right now, sort of, kind of. Right?
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
100 years. You might not be thrilled to hear that.
100 years. 100 long years.
Poor guy. I hope that he hasn't been wandering aimlessly looking for somebody to talk to for that long. That would be very sad. Nope. Hydrate spanner. Okay.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear.
Well, don't I count as near?
I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
Hey, I can hear you. I can help.
I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges.
We'll make this right. It's okay. It's okay.
Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room.
Did the Exarch have something to do with that, maybe? How convenient that we share the same room, I guess.
Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
I'm here to save your world. I hope. I really hope I save the world. And don't end up just witnessing its final moments.
Summoned to save the first.
That's right. You want to help me? It's your world, right? We can work together.
This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it.
Aw, come on. We can do it together.
Muddled
Don't
as
give
my
up.
mind may be, I've not forgotten that.
No, don't give up. Yeah, what's left of it, Ice?
But if
Well,
fate
10%.
brought me to
It's
you,
better than 0.
the one person in this god's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured.
That's the spirit. I mean, no pun intended.
If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end.
Okay, I wonder if his allies are okay too. Or if their souls are just wandering.
Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light.
Cool.
But do
Don't
me a
like the way you
favor.
said that, but okay.
Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Something tells me I'm going to mess things up worse. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'll find out. Yeah, oh yeah, all these are rhetorical thoughts. Don't answer these, please. Ah, a nice slime pillow. Ah yeah, we're ready to conquer the new day. Let's go. Let's fight the Sin Eaters, or whatever they called them. What were the strong ones called? Wardens? Let's go. Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, back to the Crystal Tower. Okay. Is it actually called the Crystal Tower? Oh, hey, this is convenient. I like this setup for the Ethernet. Whoa, that's really cool. Did it do this before? Is this an Inwalker update? I don't remember this at all. Oh, that's new? I see, I see. That is really cool though. Very convenient. Now back for more cutscenes. Let's go. This is very new, first time you've seen it? I see. Okay. So let's begin our journey then.
How did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little haunted, but that's cool. I'm fine with ghosts. I had a ghostly visitor. Well enough, thank you. You know, let's tell him about the ghost. Why not? I want to see his reaction.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know.
Okay.
Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
Oh, right, yes. Let's go save our friends. Are they going to be guarded by all the...
This map
Oh.
shows the lands of Northrend, the only area to be spared the flood of light.
Uh-huh. Doesn't look like any territory I know of. So I wonder if we can push back the wall of light, the flood or whatever, eventually, and save this world, or if, like, that area is completely destroyed.
The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Okay.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
Can anyone else read this map?
Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
Oh, of course. Well, that's fine. It wouldn't be much of an adventure if it was that easy, if I could just walk there.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium.
Okay.
Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
I kind of want to compare this to a map of Eorzea, though.
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, travelled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters.
Oh, cool. Let's go there.
In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy. and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
So are we going there? Maybe?
So,
Well, come on, don't keep me in suspense.
here or Armoraine? It matters not which you choose to visit first.
Oh, nice, we get choice.
Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
That makes sense, though. I guess they do that to lighten server load early on in a patch. They did that with Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, too.
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of sin eaters.
Oh, cool.
Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Oh, it wouldn't shock me. But okay, where should we go first? Grab some water real quick. Okay. In search of Alphanode, in search of Alice. I think Alice is the one that we want to visit first, because she's surrounded by sin eaters and stuff, and that seems really cool. Oh, it's a desert region, though. I'm not big on deserts, but that's okay. Maybe it'll be a cool desert. Well, I mean, it'll probably be a hot desert, but you know what I mean. The Crystal Exarch is eager for you to meet with Alice. Ready to depart for Alice will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was, repeatedly. The other choice isn't much better environmentally, to be honest. That's a shame. But hey, this is a fantasy world, so I'm still hoping for the best. I hope I will be pleasantly surprised. I don't want to judge it before I see it. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination. Nice. And we might as well take this quest here too. This actually does seem nicer. It does seem very much like Ul'dah and Limsa inspired, but probably they have a unique twist on them. Or at least I wouldn't be surprised if they have a unique twist on them. The Crystal Exarch is eager for you to meet with Alphanode. If you wish to visit Alphano in Colusia, then excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Makes sense. Here's a letter of introduction, presented to Zern, the master of beasts at that place, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphano, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. It's nicer, but almost deserty too. Most of the vegetation is brush. That's kind of surprising, but I guess we'll see. I'm not the biggest on desert regions personally, but that doesn't mean there can't be some pretty interesting designs there. I have seen some good deserts too. Let's see, where are we going? Oh, actually, that's right, it tells you now. That's so cool. I no longer have to check the map before going. Very cool update. Okay, where are we going? Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Yeah, wait, which one is this? Oh well, we'll just go to whichever one this is first. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Colusia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. An Amaro, you say? Not a chocobo? That's right. Mounts like my gray friend over there are a common sight in these parts. Really cool looking dragon chocobo thing. But I gather you hail from further afield. More accustomed to chocobos, perchance. Hey, they do have chocobos in this world too, then. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Very kind of you, sir. Any Zune worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exart sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of my junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. Okay. Way over there. It looks like we're going there regardless. Okay. I keep checking the map out of habit, but it's nice that we don't have to anymore. Okay. Alright guys, left or right? Let's talk to this person first. Hello. If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Believe me, I can fight. That's okay. Oh, you're a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need? Sure. All set? Then off to the Unforgiving Sands we go. Oh yeah, that sounds like a friendly place. You can now travel to Araneg. Speak with the Adroit Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. Words are hard. Words are very hard. But here we go.
From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armarang meant majestic land in the language of his people.
Very majestic. Was that the wall there? The thing that held back the flood or something?
And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Amareg. Well, it is pretty in its own way. Hello, Death Metal. Unforgiving Sands, 4 out of 5 on TripAdvisor. Get to work on your tan while getting experience from scorpions. Yeah. How about it, Slime? You gonna get your tan here? I'm here too. Okay. But anyway, let's begin our adventure. Oof. No matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky is bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. I'm actually looking forward to this place at night. That isn't really so much a wall as it is the flood, like literally the flood, frozen in place. Oh, that's cool. I hope we can get a close-up look of that. I kind of want to see that. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alice friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop at Mord Sok to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I'd better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Thumbs up. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Okay, but first I have to do ether compass things, except I think that was erased from the game, so I'm not sure how to do ether currents. I guess I can't here though. Maybe as I progress story-wise. Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought they'd spit me out by an etherite, but I guess we have to travel some. I suppose that makes sense. Whoa! I thought that was a tree. Hello, giant weird cactuar thing. You are cool looking. Please don't kill me. It's got like little cactuars in its head. Okay, the enemy's design here is already making up for the fact that I'm not the biggest on deserts. Very cool. What? Ah. Oh. There is still an ether current, but that's weird because I don't think I... Yeah, it erased my ether compass. Eh? That's weird. How did these work then? Shadowbringers does have ether currents? Yeah, I'm not surprised it does. I just don't know how I would locate them without the compass. Maybe there's a new version of the compass that they added to the game that I'll get later or something. I don't quite understand. The compass should work? No, they removed it though. Eh? The compass works? I'll try again, but it had a slash through it. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Areng, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Okay, that is a cool view. But hold on. Eh? How do I... Eh? You thought the slash was because of endwalker areas? You don't know it was the whole game? Oops, that was not right. Set the hotbar. I can try setting it back, but... No, it won't let me use it. So I'm somewhat unsure about this. I'm really afraid of checking patch notes out of fear of getting spoiled. So I'm not sure. Your mind was slash too, but you're like, okay, maybe when you get to Endwalker, the slash is gone? I see. It says it's moved to collections? Thank you, Ice. Oops. Where are collections? Collections? Eh? Maybe I'm just missing it. On duty? Oh, thank you. Oh, I see it. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. To the west. Oh my. Oh, hey. There's like a proper number of aetherites in this map. That's cool. Okay. I guess it's no longer a key item, yeah. Oh, I was supposed to click the destination. Never mind. I guess they did that so that it doesn't take up inventory slot or something? I'm not sure. Yep, that is a pretty cool view. I wonder what that city used to be. They built them big, didn't they? That's Qasr Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Naboth Areng, which I'm probably butchering the name of. Shadowbringers is very kind on aetherites. I'm liking that. It's way better than before. Key items don't really take up inventory slots though. Yeah, but maybe it's a server load thing? I'm not really sure. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Novart's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Hold on, we can kind of see the flood in the background, I guess. Interesting. It kind of looks crystallized. Great chunks of Naboth Areng's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. the few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days. Not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than a marrow roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is deserted as this place. I mean, it is a desert, but it's not deserted. Just wait until you can see moored silk. Let us press on, shall we? We shall. What kind of huge creature left behind a skeleton that large? I hope we meet it. Are there dragon-like creatures here? Hold on, I gotta take a look at that while I'm here. Looks like it's right on the way to the Aetheryte anyway. Well, maybe slightly out of the way, but that's fine. Whoa. Can I climb that? Samuel's backbone. Okay, hello Samuel. That's like an interesting angelic name. And or demonic. I guess this is Samuel. But where's his head? Maybe we'll find it later. Okay. But let's head back to that town there. Oh, excuse me. Eh? Why didn't it attack me? I'm glad it didn't, but I'm surprised. Hello again. Here we are. Moored Silk. By the Blessed Shadow. I love this town. The Blessed Shadow. It's gonna take some getting used to for that. That's interesting. Okay. City of the Moored. Cassard stands at the entrance of Moored Silk, an eager smile on his face. Hello, Tinkerus. I am actually not that sleepy today. Shockingly enough. How are you doing? Moored Silk. Not just full of Moored, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met Moored before? They might look like shifty little fellows, but a more welcoming lot you could not wish to meet. You're doing alright? Just eagerly excited to finish up Final Fantasy III? Pixel Remaster? Nice, how are you liking the Pixel Remaster? I was very curious about picking that up, but I have a lot to catch up on first before I buy 6 new RPGs, as tempting as it is, or I guess not exactly new, but still. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and see if... and let him know we've arrived. But first I'm going to attune there. They're good, you definitely need to give them a try. They are better than the originals and the previous remakes. Oh, nice. Well, I'm very pleasantly happy to hear that. And I believe that the 5th one just came out, so we're just waiting on the 6th. But yeah, I am very tempted to play them. Especially since Final Fantasy XIV has so many references to the other Final Fantasy games. Let me take a look here. To the west. Okay, still quite far. Probably outside the city. Let's stop by here. Oh, hey! I see, so they're the kobold equivalent, I guess. Yes. Hello, friend. Ah, so cute. So this is a Moored. That's a kobold. What beady eyes. Pleased to meet you, friend. Hi.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Moored.
Aw, thank you.
Is Moordish for city, As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang.
Huh.
You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare.
Oh.
As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Maud Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Maud dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mords do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value.
Aw, this guy's so cool. I like him.
That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You're right about that.
Every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed.
Yeah, very kind of him.
Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
Yeah, they seem pretty cool. I'll be happy to help them out.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
Oh, what's that?
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
Oh, well, fine, sure.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Oh, hey, convenient.
A Verber
Thanks.
piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Apparently that's worth a lot. Hi.
Crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Jars, you say?
Over here. Come and look.
You buy.
Slime surprise.
Enough of that. Calm, I say. This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots.
I mean, I have stored an entire dinosaur in my pocket. I bet I could store a pot.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
But I don't need to eat. I don't think I have a choice in this, do I? Well, that's fine. We can get a nice, well-fed bonus. I guess. Hey, delivery Moogle. It's good that they have Moogles here in this world. But first, hi, Ronron. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time. Stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a foodstuff and inspect it? Eh? Okay. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. What do you have over there? Guess we can't turn the camera that far. Worms! Delicious. Bread. Or meat. Or skewers. Oh, they're frogs. Or Ronron himself. I'm gonna go with bread. That seems the safest choice. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with the bittersweet cactus fruits. So even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Hey, that seems clever. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, apparently we have to check all the things. Okay, let's check Ronron. Silly customer. You cannot eat Ronron. Even for a Valbert gold piece. I didn't think so, but I still had to check. Okay, worms. Everyone's favorite. Plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. What kind of meat is that? That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with my special spicy slices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. I do like spicy. Oh, can't click the skewers themselves though. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks. Frogs in a desert, not toads? Okay. Spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. I think I'll go with the bread though, personally. Is it worth its weight in gold though? They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose? Yeah, I'll go with the mush loaf, please. I wonder if this choice actually matters though. Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold? I do, I guess. And done. One Voibertite honor buys you 40 loaves of bread. Oh hey, nice. That's a lot. Why, thank you. Hey, this bread is invisible. What gives? Surely I don't have to eat it all now. Can't I carry some with me? Oh dear, are you okay, sir? Well, that's what you get for eating 40 loaves of bread. Will you eat the lot? I'll share the rest. Every last mouthful. Oh, I kind of want to take the challenge, but no, let's not be greedy. Let's buy for everyone. Spread the love around. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for his great generosity and small appetite. Yay! Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm okay. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. Don't worry, slime nod. Okay. I'm liking this introduction already. This is very cute. I was a bit worried about the desert aspect, but you know what? I am having fun. I was watching from here, Roku. You honored our custom, and with great relish. Wait, there was relish on that too? You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Arang, we are here to provide. Thank you. Oh. Working off the meal, Cassard is impressed by your gastronomic fortitude. Definitely not like real life, but that's okay. Gahahaha! You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. I am. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few details left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye. Well, an assistance would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market, all properly paid for. You just need to do the lifting and carrying. Nice. Well, I can do that. I fit entire dinosaurs in my pockets. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. Okay. You may view the market receipt at any time during the quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Let's go. I have to think that moving the ether current, compass there is to lighten inventory load, even if it's still a usable item, maybe having it as an action rather than inventory lightens load, kind of the way they removed belts and such. Maybe my guess is completely off there, but we'll see. Hungry again already? You have a strong stomach, friend, but I wouldn't eat those. Eh? Was that not what I was supposed to do? Eh? Use the market receipt to collect? Eh? What am I... Eh? What did I guess this isn't for this quest. Okay. Actually, let me check that again. From Thon and Tholtol. Thon and Tholtol. Okay. Let's check those first, because I won't remember 3. Thon and Tholtol. Thon and Tholtol. Where are you, friend? Thon and Tholtol. I see these red quests are still the same. Red circle quests, excuse me. This must be it. Alright, let's grab that. You came in with Cassard, yes? Good, good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please take your prickly purchase. Why, thank you, friend. And let's see, it's Tholtol and... Tholtol and... Mill. Okay, I think we passed that person. I vaguely recall a name similar to that. I could be misremembering. But let's check back. Where were you? Oh, actually. Hello! It seems that I passed you too. I didn't even notice. But here we go. Cassard sent you, did he? Right. Yes. What kind of ore was it again? Iron? Iron ore, of course! That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours. I wonder what would have happened if I'd guessed wrong. That makes me think that I should check... It's antiques. Naboth. Arang antiques. Okay. From Mulmul. Mulmil? You are not Mulmil. I guess I got the name wrong. A lot of searching here, but that's okay. How's your day going, guys? I'm sure there will be lots of bits where I'm just wandering around aimlessly, and of course I am always open to whatever topics you guys would like to talk about, as long as they're appropriate. So if there's anything you want to talk about, just let me know. Is it actually indoors? It's probably outside in the market, but we'll see. Ah, I think we found them. Yes, antiques. Hey, no touching. That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. Well, but I have a receipt, sir. Or ma'am. What? Cassard sent you? Well, why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh no, no. Naboth Arang relics, wasn't it? All packed in the box there. Handle with care. Thank you, friend. Who was totally not going to sell those. Let's see. That's pretty far to the west. Yeah, that's probably the next town over. Okay. Now let's find our friend. Who I thought would be closer to the town center, but I guess not. Where are you? Ah, town entrance. I see. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Sure have, I even got lost a bit. But there you go. I guess the ether compass is still technically in the inventory, so maybe my reasoning is off. Aye, that's the lot, alright. Good work. And quick work too, considering you've not set foot in this place before. I'd thought you want to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're no stranger to visiting strange lands. Not quite this strange before, but yes. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middlemen and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. You figured these people would be much less hospitable since they are all normally a dark world? I guess it's technically a light world. But no, these people seem very, very friendly so far. Asard? It seems like an age since I last saw you. Well, hello, random person. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It's been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet Alice. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Yeah, it's actually very wholesome how the people in this world seem to get along better with the beast tribes than back in our world. Wait, I know who you are. Alice has told me so much about you. You're Roku, aren't you? Yes, I'm the person with the slime helmet who is totally not controlling me. Slime nod. I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. Well, pleased to meet you too. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Roku's guide, Kassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. Hey Pending, how's it going? Are you enjoying Shadowbringers so far? I think I'm quite far from being caught up with you, but I'm doing my best. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amareng, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Okay. Slime nod. Why, thank you. Actually, I should check this gear, because some of it might actually be better than what I have. What was that? That was level... Okay, that is what I have. Pretty well, yeah? You've been having a good time with it, I'm glad. You're almost done with the 74 to 75? Oh, nice. You're making good progress. A desert crossing. Tesleen is eager to set off. Alice has been desperate to see you, Roku, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. Can I? Oh, okay. We just need to swing around the ridge and head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. The last few days you've been playing quite a lot? Nice. Work to live or live to work. Let me check if that is a flying quest, since I'm going to need that probably. If it's not, we can wait on it though. It is, and it has quest sync. Gengen is fidgeting even more than usual. Greetings, friend. You like helping people, yes? I do. Maybe you can help me too. You see, my son Gungun makes me very proud, but very worried. He works very hard, too hard for his own good. Yes, indeed, an ether current quest to fly. We can do it. He follows orders, yes? Follows them until someone tells him to stop. This is very dangerous, bad for his health. I need you to speak to him. Persuade him to rest. He should be near the Red Sarai, probably leaving no stone unturned in his search for relics. Actually, let me give you a shout out too, pending. Okay. Please, tell him his father orders him to stop. You are quite welcome. Let's see. Ah, way up there. There weren't very many monsters on the way, so this should theoretically be a very easy quest. Unless something unexpected happens, as often does. Let's see, we are passing a mender. My gear is in good condition, but you know what? Let's go ahead and repair. It'll only take a second. Yes, I know how to repair gear. Thank you, game. But now then, how do we get out of town? Here we go. Let me grab some water real quick. All this walking through the desert has left me with a parched throat. In real life, too. I guess we have to pass over that bridge. That's okay. We can teleport back, actually, can't we? I did remember to attune, right? Good, okay. So a small bit out of the way, but this will pay off once we can fly. But they probably won't let me fly until much later in the game. I still think that's a really cool enemy design. Even the weird little armadillo things are cool. Hello, little fella. Rah, rah, rah. They'd probably be quick to kill me, though, if I walk too close to them. Okay. Hello, Gungun. And hello, cutscene. Search the nooks, search the crannies, search high, search low. Oh, sorry, I did not see you there. Are you lost? Nah, I'm fine. I was looking for you, friend. Father says I must rest? That will not do, no. I will stop, but not yet. Maybe I can help you with your quest, and then you can stop. How about that? I need something to show for my efforts. All this scrambling, all this searching, and still no shinies. You came here to tell me to stop, but if I refuse, your job will not be finished, will it? That will not do either. Wait, I have an idea. Is it for me to help you search? If you help me find shinies, my job will be over. Your job will be over, and I can rest. Simple, yes? Very simple. Let's do it. You seem taller than your father, actually. Maybe it's just the camera angle. Look under that rumble and find whatever there is to be found. Maybe it will be valuable, maybe not. Either way, let us keep searching until we get at least one shiny. Okay. Surely we can find one, right? In fact, I see a... Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, I did see it after all. A destination. The destination is shiny. It's probably going to be after I check all of them. Your search fails to yield any shinies. I mean, sand is shiny in its own light, right? But of course, we can't just give him sand. We need something better. This is the third one, so surely it will yield. You find a signet ring. Okay, we got it. Hey, that was easy. But maybe this ring will play some part in a future quest or something, because this seems too simple. But no, it actually is the end of the quest. I'm very surprised. Maybe there's a follow-up quest, though. What did you find? Not more rubble, I hope. Here's a ring. An ancient signet ring. Oh, this looks very special. Such pretty patterns. I have never seen one like this before. But how much is it worth? I am an expert in finding shinies, not a historian. perhaps we should ask someone. Once we sell it, we will divide the profits between us. We worked as a team, so half of it is yours, half of it is mine. Fair is fair. You know what, you can actually have all of it. I just wanted the power to fly. But I will come back eventually to do the next part of that quest line. But you can keep it for now. And enjoy the interest or whatever if this world has banks. For now, let us continue our journey. Because I'm quite excited to see where the story goes. And I really want to get a closer look at the flood there. Which hopefully we can. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes, have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Yeah, good luck swinging a sword while holding a crate with both hands. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? Yes, although I hope this isn't an escort mission. Slime nod. I thought you might. Alice was always saying how much I mean... Let's get going, shall we? Eh? What does she say? Wait, no, what does she say? So there's one to the south of us too. Sand mole. Wah. That looked like an onion or something? Okay, well, she's apparently going to get attacked very quickly. Okay. How do you fight again? I think this is actually my first fight in the entire expansion, is that right? Did I fight something before? It's at least the first fight of the day. Goodbye, Coyote. Sorry about that, friend. You know, I should summon my chocobo. That would make things easier. Hi? Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. Yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never... Now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Okay. I'm fine with that. Aha, there are some right over that ridge there. Stay away from the sand mole though, we don't need more combat than we want to deal with. The coyotes alone should be enough. Hell ho, that's a big fellow in their background there. Okay. This time we have a chocobo with us though. Whoops. Wrong button. I think it's still better to do multiple glares than holies. I probably should have dotted both of them though. Reacquainting myself with the combat. Though White Mage has changed very little in Endwalker, it seems. At least at my level. Perhaps there are some more changes at higher levels. But hey, for now it hasn't changed much. The biggest change is that I can move more easily, and that I don't have Fluid Aura, which was barely a thing before anyway. Just a few limited uses. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Don't worry, I will accompany you on your journey and do my best to keep you safe. Still quite far to the south. Well, but it's probably near this village here. The inn at Journey's Head, unattuned. Yeah, that's gotta be it. But let me take a look at that big guy there. I don't see any other enemies like it, so it... No, it actually isn't like a Fate boss or something. Let me take a look at these ancient lizards too. My, you're an interesting fellow. So you're what they make that meat out of, huh? Ooh, scissor jaws. Let me get a close-up of you too. Okay, I kind of like your design too. Very cool. And we're here already, apparently. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? We shall. Kind of reminds me of, Little Alamigo. Oh, reminds me a lot of Little Alamigo. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alice arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? The illness isn't contagious, is it? I have some skill with healing. They actually let me pick a healing dialogue choice. I mean, it probably won't matter, but it's still nice. I'm not sure you can help in this case, but that's good to know. I don't think I've met anyone besides Alice who is so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. What do you mean? I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alice give you the full explanation. That makes sense. She's here then? There we go, we've crossed the desert. My turnip has begun growling. But that's okay, I just fed it. Following in her footsteps, oh dear, that's a lot of graves. Tesleen cast her gaze around the inn, hoping to spot Alice. Now, where is she? The turnip still craves nourishment, apparently. I think she might be out on patrol. Of course she is, but that's okay, we can find her. And probably help her with whatever problem she's dealing with. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? Sounds like a plan. She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out south side, and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Deal. But first, how close are we to the current? Still a bit away. Oh wait, you know what, we should attune here. Definitely attune here. There we go. Now we head out. So what is out here that people would explore to the south anyway? I mean, I do see this big city looking thing here. I guess that's where they are? But the flood's also there. So why would they want to head there? There must be some reason. Oh! See, the city is engulfed in the flood. So maybe it actually is like a literal flood that's just frozen in place. You desperately need a nap, Martin? Well, thank you for coming by, and I hope you have a wonderful nap. I wonder how much further south we can go here. Can we actually enter the city? It looks like there's a map change here. I guess we'll find out momentarily. Alisei is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. You like this expansion? You might be back if you fail. Well, I hope you don't fail. Good luck. Eh? Oh, whoops. There we go. The small footprints lead off to the northwest. Let's follow them. Hello, Shay. How are you this evening? Or afternoon? The footprints continue to the northwest. Have you been playing the Final Fantasy expansion by any chance? If so, I hope you've been enjoying it. Oh. Looks like it has its fair share of, like, zombie-looking things there, too. Oh, is that the illness? The footprints curve around to the west. The southwest again. You haven't, unfortunately? Your account is offline? Oh, I see. I hope that when you do play it, you will enjoy it. Oh, I don't think I can get there from here. Let me take a look at these fellows. Yeah, they seem to be, afflicted with something or other, don't they? Did I hear about the new emote? No, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but emotes probably aren't spoiler-filled. Oh, maybe there was a battle here or something. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. It's more that it's a promo? Oh, I haven't heard then. I've been trying to avoid any and all information about the game to avoid spoilers. But that also means that I miss important bits too, I guess. Like I missed that my experience bar would be reset, which was very unfortunate since it was almost full. But better safe than get spoiled, I guess. Ah, hello, Sin Eater. You'll send it to me? Okay. Oh, hi, Alisei. How's it going?
Is that... It can't be.
It can. Glad you nailed the landing, though. Oh, seems she's become a very good fighter. Good job. Impressive. Why would I say you almost lost that one? That would be very rude.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about.
Nah, it's still impressive.
Sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
Sorry about the wait, and the fact that I'm like 3 years late to this expansion. Maybe 2 years, 2.5 years. Long time no see. How have you been? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How are you? Slime nod. So here's all the things that happened back in the source while you were gone. Not that you were gone that long. Oh, thank you, Shay. I'll check it out after the stream. I appreciate it.
We fought them to a standstill then.
Oh. So many graves.
The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then.
That's a fair worry, considering so many years have gone by for your friends.
I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived.
Is Urianger around?
I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least.
Slime nod.
When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them.
Don't worry, I delivered a message, so that should hopefully help reassure them a bit.
But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision.
No, we definitely can't ignore that. But I wonder if there's going to be time travel here too.
10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal.
Aw, come on, he's cool though.
But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims.
I don't either.
Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation.
I die a lot in this game. Especially when we get to raiding.
As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
Let's do it. Slime nod.
That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood.
Can I get a closer view of it? It looks pretty cool.
100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam.
It rose and swelled with each passing day, and then it burst forth like water. So it really is literally a flood. Where did the light come from then?
A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared.
I wonder if there's a way to push back the light and save the rest of this planet, or star, whatever they call it, shard.
For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down.
So
Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
So are Sin Eaters kind of like the opposite of Void Sent? Is that basically what they are? Or I guess Void Sent are summoned from the Void, so maybe not.
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood.
That is unfortunate. Looks kind of like a horse or something. Very distorted. I like the design, but it does have a creepy edge to it, doesn't it?
Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach.
Guess that's why they call them eaters.
But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities.
That's disturbing.
They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them.
And I hope there aren't like repercussions to that, but okay. Sure, let's do it.
The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Oh, it didn't turn them into those zombie things. It's... oh. Oh. That's terrible. It's like people from zombie movies waiting to become zombies, I guess. Except in this case, Sin Eaters, not zombies. Well, maybe there's a way to help them? Possibly? I guess we'll find out. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. Well, that does answer my question about why there's a town here, in the middle of nowhere, on the edge of nowhere. The only good thing I have to say about this place is it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters. Which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Are we actually going to get to fight a Sin Eater? Culling their ranks. Alisaie would have you help her finish her patrol, and I would be happy to help. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. Fun! These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or a carapace is a sin eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around there, we can rendezvous back to the north entrance. Good hunting. I hope this game isn't gonna say like, oh, you killed all these sin eaters, good job. But then at the end of the game it'll be like, oh, you know, there was a cure the whole time. Maybe I'm too used to sad games, or this game having sad storylines. Oh, hi. Let's take this guy out. Let's see, I can actually leave this with Glare now. Tender love. That's probably not tender love, is it? In all actuality. New battle theme? Well, I guess we've heard it a bit now, but still. Okay, one down. My DPS is a bit low because I'm a healer. And no longer horribly overgeared. But we can get through this, probably. Surveying. Nothing here? Okay. There'll probably be an enemy at the third, though. But we'll find out. Oh, you know what? I probably should have checked compass. That's very far to the south. I don't think I can get there yet, unless I can loop around there. We'll see. I'll take a quick look when we go back to the town, which I assume we are going to. It's not purple. Is there actually no enemy here? Oh, okay. Guess that answers that. Glare. Glare. We're just gonna glare at it. You wanna have a light off with me? Well, I'm a white mage. Glare. I had a dream the other day where they had white mages learn like unholy instead of holy when you got to Shadowbringers. They actually did have unholy in a Final Fantasy game at least once. I remember it in why am I not teleporting? Oh well, we're close enough. In Final Fantasy Tactics. Though I guess that's more of a side game than a main storyline game. I wonder which other Final Fantasy games it's appeared in, if any. How do you fare? I'm fine. That was actually pretty easy. Ah, I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser sin eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. I wonder where the first sin eater came from then. Did they just come with the light? Of course, don't answer that. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. To cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. That makes sense. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Testline, shall we? We shall, but first I'm going to take a look over here. Looks like there's somebody else's spine over here. Assuming that is the spine. Nope, it does not look like I can circle around to the south area from here. I'm just gonna take a quick look at what we have here. Some weird pinecone palm tree thing. Okay, let's teleport back. Grab some water real quick too. Okay, now then. We have finished our hunt. Alice tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. Fair enough, but you know what, I'm happy to help. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alice has missed your company. Everything is always... If Roku were here, I would... That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Roku's methods. It's okay, don't be tsundere. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. Oh, well, please don't. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. A purchase of fruit. Tesleen has the air of a woman being pulled in 10 directions at once. Maybe I can help with one of those directions at least. I'd love to lay out the welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the markets are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alice? Wait and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alice. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. I'm a healer, I can help, right? Their names are Panil, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Let's do it. Hi there. Interacting. Welcome back, Zach. The desk is done? Nice. I hoped it turned out well and is exactly what you were hoping for. Thank you. Oh, I'm doing my best for you guys. Todden glances at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. I'm glad we can make a difference, even if it's just a little bit. Ulrich is sitting up. That's a good sign, right? Oh, yeah. Hello, Halric. Don't know what all these noises are, but... Halric remains utterly still as he wiped the sand from his cheek. Okay, maybe he's a bit lost. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. If you become a sin eater and I have to kill you, I will be sad. Just letting you know that right now. Slime Ponder. That's a pretty cool barding. You've seen to the patients. How were they? good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Halric, though. I have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. You are going to make me kill him, aren't you? Please don't make me sad. We shall leave you to that discussion then. I was going to take Roku to Mordsok if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassard's caravan just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Oh yeah, Ron. Uh-huh, that'll go great. Come on then, Roku. There's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ron's stall, of course. Okay, let's go. And when we come back, I hope he's not turned and murdering people. But I have a very bad feeling about this. A very, very bad feeling about this. But okay, let's enjoy the levity while we can. I think it's still to the west. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Ron. Old friend, how's business? Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ron's wares? Actually, we were hoping to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? A nectarine? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. I guess this world isn't that different from ours. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one. Free of charge. Aw, that's very sweet of him. I mean, it's invisible. Okay, thanks. I've never seen a moored merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? A little bit. Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. You do you, Alice. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you plead. Please? Wow. Looks like I'm having trouble with my own words. Only the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Thank you. Right. That's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. The watchtower, you mean, right? Not the crystal tower. Okay, let's head... Oh, there it is. Bit closer than I was expecting. Aha, it's this building. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the tower... Sorry, the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed wrigglers! You actually brought them! I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Until the next bribe, probably. Never fails. Shall we? We shall. Whoa. It's taller than I thought. Probably has a good view, huh? Not much safety on this tower, though. Mind your step. Then again, I guess you just jumped off a tower when I met her a few minutes ago.
Over there, where the wall is broken.
Can we actually get through there?
Do you see what lies beyond?
Looks like an ocean or more desert. It's a bit hard to tell.
That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Kind of like the burn, maybe worse than the burn.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh, I hope that he'll enjoy it and react to it and totally not try to murder us and others. Hey, it became uninvisible. Nice.
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true.
So it gets more and more out of whack.
Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over.
Is this like zombie stories where they end things prematurely?
The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
Oh, that's why we got the meal. Not to wake him up, but oh dear. Surely there must be a way to help return balance to them.
No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
That wasn't my fault.
Well,
I came after you.
Choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
I bet you did.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield.
You didn't. It was fine. It was fine.
So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here.
Hmm.
And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
Don't worry, it's not hopeless. I hope, anyway. I'm the warrior of hope. I'm just gonna hold this nectarine awkwardly.
On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Slime nod. Well, this is an unfortunate but not entirely unforeseen turn of events. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Oriage's lecturing. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. Nectarine will be a kindness. I hope we can find a cure, though. I hope so. But it's very unfortunate that there are so many that we couldn't save. It isn't just a threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against the fate worse than death. Well, this is cheerful, but I guess we gotta do it. I'm just very sorry that it came to this. And I wish I could do more. Maybe I can at least prevent future victims. And hopefully the Shadowbringer journey won't be in vain. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? I did. Here you go. Thank you. Elisai's explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. My cold, dead slime eyes, which Okay, you can kind of see them. Oi! Okay. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with others, and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though. If his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. I'm glad it's not needed quite yet, at least. The time left to us. Tesleen makes an effort to smile brightly. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcoming meal, don't you? Sorry, welcome meal. Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew. That sounds nice. As long as it's not made with worms. I mean, if you guys like worms, that's perfectly fine. But I much prefer my bread. Worm stew. Yum, indeed. Maybe there's a worm in the nectarine.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
Why, thank you.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Aw, that's very sweet of you. You needn't have gone to the trouble. I'll have another bowl then. Let's be humble. I don't know what to say. I never know what to say in a situation like this.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests.
Okay, thank you. I don't have much of an appetite, usually.
In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get.
My appetite's been actually a bit better the last few months, though.
I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
No.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel for moms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one.
I'm glad it was peaceful, at least. Slime staring into that.
It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place.
I can't imagine it would be.
I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness. Exactly.
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it.
Oh?
Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath.
Guess that's gonna be me, question mark.
Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Or has he?
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Are you... well... in our world it might have been. But here? Here it might help. But there are probably repercussions to that. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Maybe we're not the warrior of light anymore. Maybe we'll become the warrior of balance. That's probably not a good sign. What are you guys looking at?
They're coming.
Oh dear.
Desleen!
Okay, that's my cue, I guess.
Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Uh-oh. Has he gone to them, or has he turned? You're gonna make me kill him, aren't you? Oh, come on, game. Okay, well, let's do this then, I guess. Roku, Alice, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, we'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. Something tells me there's more to this Sin Eater thing than they're letting on so far. I'm sorry you're in the yes, this is bad part of Shadowbringers. Yes, it certainly seems that way. But maybe we can make things right, hopefully. Hopefully. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. And hopefully he hasn't sprouted wings already. Excuse me. Please, Halric. Please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south. Slime nod. Okay, let's go. I hope this isn't as bad as I imagine it to be. But we'll see, I guess. I'm sure no matter how this ends, it's not going to end well. But as long as the expansion ends well, I guess that's the most important thing. We can make things right in the end, I hope. To some degree. Obviously, we unfortunately can't save everyone, but we can do our best. You see no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. I hope we don't have to kill him. I mean, you know what I mean. We'll see, I guess. Halric? Okay. Oh. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric, and suddenly find yourself under attack. Okay, hi. Oh, Forgiven Folly. That must be a Sin Eater, I guess. It's hard to tell, but I think so. They said anything with a white carapace, I think. Must be, then, I guess. And with a name like that, I guess. Saint Screen, yeah, that seems, yeah, it's gotta be. Yes, the Forgiven are Sin Eaters. I figured, but thank you for confirming. Oh, I lost my chocobo at some point. That's why my DPS dropped. Excuse me. Can I just pass through here? Most of the names are some kind of forgiven sin. I see. Thank you. I'm going to once again summon my chocobo. Just in case. There's a Sin Eater over there. In the distance. Good luck with your fight, friend. I may have one here before I know it.
Any sign of him?
No, but there's some ominous music playing. Slime Shake.
No. surely can't have gone far.
No.
The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh, hey, there he is, maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's, Hey there! You're a big one. You look like the boss from that one dungeon.
It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
Boss fight, slime nod. They did say that if a big one comes, all the small ones will join in the hunt. Is it time for a instance trial? Oh no, Halric,
Is that... Oh no!
what are you gonna do to him?
Halric!
Wait, but... Oh! She can fight pretty well, I guess.
We have to run!
Oh no! Not her too.
No!
I see what you mean by the yes, this is bad part of Shadowbringers. Is she dead or infected or...
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
What's gonna happen?
Left to you is precious. No one should die in pain.
You shouldn't die in pain either.
Mother,
Oh no, is she gonna turn? Am I gonna have to kill her? Please no. They want me to feel every element of tragedy in her eyes? Yeah, it's looking that way. Oh, I don't like where this is headed. Oh dear. Okay. Right into a horror game, are we? Cool. Cool. Okay, so they go into a cocoon. That's not gonna hatch into anything good though, is it? That was a very quick cocoon process though. Oh dear. That design is amazing. So creepy. Wow, 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 okay. I mean, that... It's a really cool design, but... Yeah. Did it turn into Dark Souls? I think this is... worse than Dark Souls. Oh no, she still has some of her original will left, too. The long neck is what gets you, Zach. Dark Souls Light Edition. The music does sound kind of Dark Souls, though. You're right about that. I guess Dark Souls is pretty tragic in its own way, but I don't think it... At least the little bit I've played, anything quite that horrifying happened. I should go back to Dark Souls. There's a lot of that series I haven't played yet, though. So maybe there is something horrible to come. I'm sorry, Roku. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but... I can't be the shoulder to lean on. Not like this. Understandable. So apparently, when you think the worst is gonna happen in Shadowbringers, It's the worst +1. I see. I see. It's just so unfair. Testeline was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. The thing that's most interesting to me is that she still seemed to have a bit of herself after the change. Maybe that means there's a way to cure them, though. Maybe there's hope. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me? I can barely. Don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing, about giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. It gets better? Well, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to talk to the Morrow Keep. Hey, how's it going? Okay, back to Halric. Halric is unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. I guess Halric was okay, temporarily. Tears on the sand. Alice is lost in grief. Alice. Spoken with the carers. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. You just noticed I got my XP back up? Yeah, apparently these quests still give a lot of XP. So it's not the end of the world that I lost like 90% of a bar. In the long run, it doesn't really matter either. Practice is practice, and that's the most experience I need rather than just an experience bar itself. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Just my mental state. Huh? There wasn't even a fight. Well, there was a fight. Just not with us in it. I was too late. Too slow. And I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. Eh? I guess you're gonna come on a journey with me? Maybe we can find hope elsewhere. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Testline's words close to your heart. Maybe we can yet save you. And her death won't be in vain. Well, I guess she's not dead yet, but you know what I mean. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? We can form a party with our friends and save this world. I have a destination in mind, yes. And a purpose. That's the spirit. This light, building without cease, is the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Ah, are you taking the tale of the Warrior of Darkness to heart? Now, hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. I'm gonna help too. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I still have use of the skills. What? But I can still use the skills I have gained here to hurt them. Slime nod? Head shaking. Quest accepted. Alright, and thus we set out with new determination. All the way up there. Let's stop here first. Because I want to ride west and see if there... You know what, I should have checked before teleporting. Okay, there weren't quests there. But I am going to head west here just a little bit and see if we can... Wait, this is a dead end, isn't it? There's no way to head west from here, is there? Okay, it was still worth checking. I guess we come back here later. No flying for a while for us. But okay, guess we are heading north. Alright, guess we are coming full circle back to the Crystarium, or whatever it's called. And then we can take the other quest. Pretty soon I should see about getting a bit of rest and then some dinner though. But let's get a few more quests out of the way too first. Should still have a good half hour at least, I hope. Well, maybe 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. Let's find a good stopping spot somewhere around there. I definitely want to go at least 3 hours. It's not quite as long as a stream as I wanted, but the queue times kind of made it hard to get into the game. I'll have to account for that later. Hello, Armadillo. You're not quite as cute when you're trying to murder me. But hopefully I'm moving quickly enough. Okay, we are. Everything is fine. Okay, we are back. Let me check one more time for ether currents. Far to the west. Okay, we're good. Forgive me, Roku. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against the blight with kindness, I must fight in my own way, with steel. You don't play Final Fantasy XIV yourself, Zach? But with the tweets you've seen about it, the queues are horrible right now. Yes. Thankfully they're not quite as bad as what I've heard from friends who were in the thousands, but I was still... It was still like a 40-minute queue time. So I'll try queuing in earlier next stream. That'll be a bit hard to do while juggling other tasks, but hopefully it'll be okay. My biggest fear is that I'll queue in and immediately get kicked from the game while AFKing, but we'll see. I must fight in my own way, with steel. Mist Alice? Is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest tomorrow. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. And thus did we head back. Oh, yep, she's taking me with her, I guess. Norvrant. I hope I'm saying that right. Evenings have been running about 4,000 in queue. Oh dear. I'm glad that my streams tend to be earlier in the day. Remind me to wear goggles if I ever fly over Arang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. Which is why you're not playing. Understandable. I hope they do something to deal with that. I thought that they had a better plan in store, but I guess the numbers were more overwhelming than they imagined, even with the recent influx in new players. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out, shall we? We shall. But while you head back there, it's time for me to take the next quest. You want to fly in Amaro to Colusia? Well, I suppose if Master Jinmai is going with you. It's not like a really long way to fly, though. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mountain shortly. You can now travel to Colusia. Speak with the aspiring Amaro trainer to fly to the island. Okay. Here we go. That desert was actually pretty well done.
Breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath.
I see what you mean, Eyes.
At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment.
This area is definitely a bit dead too.
Faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Well, hey, that city looks like it's thriving pretty well. This is very interesting, though. It's like, what could happen if Eorzea suffered in another calamity? Like a really bad calamity. I mean, Bahamut was already pretty bad enough as it is, but this seems quite a bit worse. Hi. We are arrived. This is the Crackshell Beach, on the eastern coast of Colusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. I see. And we're probably headed right for the people, aren't we? Spy you that city in the distance? That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Ilmorian elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Ilmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. Okay. Slime nod. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. Okay. Nice, we are actually making good progress through the quest, though. A still tide. Although, unlike a lot of the Stormblood quests, it feels more like I'm getting to play Shadowbringers rather than having to get through it, if that makes sense, to Endwalker. I do need to catch up to Endgame, but I am very much enjoying this. As sad as it's been so far. I'm really hoping that they're just painting a sad picture so that the victory we achieve will be all the more brighter. And not like the light that's destroying everything brighter. you know what I mean. A still tide. Whatever Sim Jinmai has to tell you, he plainly deems it worthy of your undivided attention. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Ivor. Ivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Calusia and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let you know you can... What? That will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaro until you are ready to return. Okay. Let's be off then, but let's chase the ether current. Straight southwest? Okay. Hobgoblin. Hi, Hobgoblin. Oh dear. You are a bit different looking than your goblin counterparts, aren't you? Molash. Hi. I was gonna say, the enemies, you can get very close to them without them attacking, but apparently, it's not completely friendly. Yeah, this does seem... Okay, here we go. Hi, Ivor. What are you after? Fish? Crab? Think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere, if you've a taste for him. There you go, lake time. Ooh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in a pan, and it's like a festival of flavor. Now, what is it I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. I'm looking for my friend. Alphanode? Ah, I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Yulmore's richer than all of Novarans put together. But it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's a fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see that Alphino joins you. Thank you. That went better than expected. Oh hey, that's actually really close. But wait, is there a current here? It's too close, I can't ignore it. Where are you? Are you on... on the docks, of course. Wonder if I can swim all the way out there. There is something there. It may be off screen though. Maybe once I can fly I can check it out. Distant islands with things built on them always pique my curiosity though. Especially sky islands. But I wonder if there are sky islands in this planet, I guess. Star, shard, whatever. The Bright Cliff. Very bright since it's never night here. Okay, attuned. And attune here too. Oh, too far, I guess. Alright, and now... I guess this is it. Right on inside, hello. Okay, now we just have to wait for our friend to arrive. And hopefully nothing horrible will happen this time. This is your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What do you be having? Water? I'm glad they give me the option. A fine choice, and what do you be paying with? Gil? Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I don't doubt they have value. But I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors. Why would a shop not have one if it's so important? I guess it's not the biggest tavern if it only has 2 tables. Fair enough, I guess. So we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. You want me to do a quest for you? But I thought that Gil was supposedly taken everywhere on the planet. Ah, here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. Would you say a bit of extermination work? Okay. I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me, and you can laze about here as long as you like. Okay. And then I can have water too, right? Can I get up that cliff from here? I guess it's... no, it's below the cliff. Okay. That works then. Let me check the compass. That many to the north is probably up the cliff. So we'll probably have to get that later. The one thing that I'm not as quite as big of a fan of in these expansions is that a lot of expansions seems to be gated. Behind story progress, excuse me. I'm very good at talking. There's the other one. Which is quite unfortunate. Because sometimes it's fun to just explore everything at my own pace. You know, I should target this one since the chocobo's targeting it. Okay. Just a few swarms to deal with. They actually are about as difficult as the Sin Eaters, maybe slightly easier, but basically on par. Not a big deal at all. Okay. Now we're looking for somebody asleep here. Guess they're in the tower. No response. Maybe you should knock louder. Oh no. Something horrible's happened, hasn't it? Of course, we can't even have a simple quest. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. Please be alive. I have a bad feeling about this. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to bust in and save the day, brave adventurer. I hope it's just a misunderstanding and everything's fine. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. That explains the squeaking. Well, time to head back. At least the job's been taken care of, I guess. It's interesting to see the differences between this and Eorzea. Oh well. I just hope we can save this realm. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? He retired. Gone? Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. The hopefuls? In Gate Town, outside Eelmore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Wow, 2 waters. I can give one to my friend. Ah yes, anywhere I like among the 8 chairs. Friend? Alvinode?
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Aw, it's been so long. I mean, not really super long, but still. I've missed him.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Well, hey there. Oh, you're gonna block his face? Aww. Hi, friend. It's good to see you too. It's too bad peace talks with the Empire didn't quite work out.
They should produce a better harvest than the last.
Aww.
What, just like that? Oh, Alfino, you really are a dear.
He really is.
Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
Okay. Don't worry, my slime eyes are never blinking, and I know you were talking to him, but it's fine. Hello, old friend.
It's been an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Was that really the last time? I guess we've seen him, but he was in the coma then. Really has been a while.
It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
It's good to see you too. Me? I was more worried about you. We thought we'd lost you.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding.
Well, that wasn't your fault getting your soul ripped out.
But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Yes. By the way, have you seen a Sin Eater? That was really sad. I hope nothing horrible happens here. I really hope nothing horrible happens here.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may.
Yes.
It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
Indeed. Slime nod.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity.
Yeah, let's do it.
Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
Eh? The Black Rose?
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
Why would the gas lead to the calamity? I guess the way it's made is very concerning. Must not
Gaius
be
was
just a normal
adamant that
gas.
the project had been scrapped, but so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
There's more to this than
In that sense, our
a simple
involuntary
gas.
journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion.
Please tell me your theory.
I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail.
Okay, let's go meet him then.
But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course.
Yeah, we can deal with that.
They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity.
Well, let's do it then.
I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered.
That's the spirit. I've seen enough of the Sin Eaters. We can definitely fight against them.
Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
I am. I'm hungry for a lot of adventures. I'm ready for like another 100 hours of this game. Just probably not right now.
And so we take to the road once more.
I need to get some dinner soon. But I am actually quite happy with progress today. Still time. Let's go. 100-hour stream. Yeah. Probably not today. Let me take this quest though. Open arms, close gate. Alpha Note is ready to take to the road once more. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, we may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, and then cross a small bridge. Let's see, this does count as a nice resting place, so I may call it here then. Oh dear, that's a big map. But don't worry, I promise to pace myself to avoid burnout too. We do have a whole month before Savage comes out, so there's plenty of time. Just 3 hours a day. That adds up to about 100 hours, right? But yes, let us go, run credits and look for somebody to raid. Let's see. Where did I put the credits? There we go. Okay. So thank you all so much for joining me again today. Let's see. For moderators, thank you Eyes, Pending, and Rin, and Oscu, and Oxide, the Shadowbringer, for moderating. Let me give them all shoutouts here. In a second. Thank you Faldania for resubscribing. And Asu and Eyes, thank you for hosting. And Zach, thank you for rating. Let me give shoutouts to my moderators here. Let's see. Ren and Eyes and Pending and Oscu and Oxide. Okay. Now then. Let's see who to raid. I will also be sure to thank you all on Twitter. Yes. I got distracted looking for people to raid. Let's see. Who should we raid? I guess we can go with more Final Fantasy. There may be some story spoilers here if you are following along. But well, I guess I don't want to spoil story. Maybe we should look for someone else, come to think of it. Yeah, they do seem to be doing main scenario. Okay, who should we raid then? Who should we raid? Oh boy, I'm really indecisive about this as always. I guess it's been I guess we can raid this person. Okay. They are playing Genshin, a game which I will one day need to go back to. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on your time zone, and may your nights not be filled with eternal light. Yes. Hopefully we can set things right. I didn't mean to rhyme that much, but that's okay. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hopefully a longer stream tomorrow. We'll see. Oh. And I will be on Rin's channel tonight. For who I just shouted out. We are going to be playing Rakuin. So that should be fun. So I'll see you there if you guys would like to come. What time tomorrow? I'm going to aim for 11ish a.m. Eastern, but depending on queue times and my chaotic life, it may get delayed some. That's when I'd ideally like to start. If I manage to get in earlier than that, I might start early too, but that is my rough starting hope. Anyway, bye bye. Bye bye.